Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Students, I am Aisha from Peshawar Model School, No.7 campus. This is my video number 7, lecture number 7 for SVT, class 4 English. Students, I hope all of you are fine and doing well at home. And you're doing your work too. Students, I'm mentioning this again in this video that these SVTs are quite important. You need to do all the questions through because the marks for these SVTs are going to be added to your term exams, to your midterm and to your final term. Students, I also hope that by now you should be done with question number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 that are explained to you in the last videos from the SVT task. So student, as this is video number 7, we are going to move towards question number 7 that is given to you on your task. Question number 7 for your SVT task is write the singular of these plural. Students, words are going to be given to you, plural words are going to be given to you and you need to write the singular of it. The requirement of the question is that you need to write the singular of the given plural words. So students, before moving to the question, I am going to explain singular plural to you a little bit and the rules of the singular plural that are added up to you and that you need to learn in English. Before moving to the question, students, you should not only be watching these videos, you should be noting down all the questions step by step after watching these videos in your SVT copies, because these SVT copies are going to be checked after you come to school and then it is going to be marked as well. So you should be very careful about it and you should not miss a single question. Okay students, so moving on towards explaining the question, what is singular plural? You must have an idea about singular plural from your previous classes, but to let it more clear to you, here it is. Students, as you can see on the cover, that singular means single, one thing or noun, and plural means more than one things or noun means many things or noun. The thing that is single, that is one in number, will be called a singular noun, and those things that are more than one in numbers are going to be referred to plural. For example, there is a single cat. One cat will be a singular, and more than one cat, if I add s to it, it becomes plural. So if a thing is single or one in number, it is referred to singular. If things are more than one or are many things, noun, then it is going to be plural. So singular, one, plural, more than one or many. Before moving towards the activity which will make it more clear to you, I just want to add one more thing over here, that singular plural also have some kind of rules which will make it easy for you to just put s, vs or es accordingly. Okay, so I'm going to explain that rules and you can just also do a small kind of activity before doing the question that is given to you on the task. So the activity is like this. Your teacher must have taught you this thing in the previous classes, that in singular, for example, if there is a singular thing or a name or whatever, and f comes in the end of it, so for making it plural and removing this f, you need to put ves. Mostly, like in English, mostly those words that end with f, and if you want to make it plural, then you need to put ves. For example, leaf, and I want to make it plural. This is a singular leaf, and I want to make it plural, so I need to remove this f. So whenever f comes in an end, you need to replace it with ves. So leaf would become leaves. Loaf would become loaves. Okay students, as I was explaining the rules, I was telling you where you have to put VES, ES or just simply S, IES. These are some kind of rules that we made to make it easier for ourselves. As in your level, it is going to be difficult for you to differentiate that where are you going to put VES, IES, simply S or ES. So we have this kind of, you can say, rule for that, as I've explained earlier, so that whenever F comes in the end of a word, and a word which is singular and you want to make it plural, so F is going to be replaced with VES and it will become plural by putting VES. As I have explained in leaf, the end of it is F. So whenever F is in a singular thing, it would become plural by replacing F with VES. So F is going to be replaced with VES for making a singular word plural. Similarly, if Y comes in the end of a word, for example, army, and Y comes in end of the word, then you can, for making it plural, you can replace this Y with IES. Y will be replaced with IES. Army will become armies. Country will become CONTRY. Country will become countries. So Y is going to be replaced with IES in the plural. If you want to make a word that ends with Y plural, then you need to put IES in the plural instead of Y. So like F, Y, if Y comes in a singular word, ends with a singular word end with Y, then for plural you need to make it IES. So this is a kind of a rule and it's going to be easy for you. So students, wherever F comes, you are just going to remove F and you're just going to put VES in the plural. If Y comes, you're going to replace this with IES in the plural. So in singular, it's going to be Y, and in plural, it is going to become IES. These are some kinds of small rules that will make it easy for you to distinguish that where are you going to put VES or IES. Like for example, students, some of you just do this mistake a lot, that in paper, if leaf comes, so you are not aware of the rules, that is easy for you. So students, do it like this. They are of the thought, like from their previous classes, like that all of the plurals, all of the singular become plurals by just adding S to it, which is wrong. So you need to know all these three kind of small rules that is up there for you to make it easy for you. So leaf would not become leaves, but if a word ends with a singular word and with F, then you need to replace it with LEAVES, leaves. Okay student, like Y and F, students, if SH, CH or O comes in end of a singular word, then you need to replace it with ES. To make such kind of singular words plural, you need to put ES. Like for example, bush will become bushes. You will put ES after SH in the plural. Like if it is a singular, and after SH you are not going to put simply S, you are going to put ES. For example, if there is another word for O, and that is potato. Potato, in the end there is a O. If a singular noun, if a singular thing ends with O, then it will also be replaced, or in the plural, instead of O or with O, you are going to put ES. For example, potato will become potatoes. After O, you are going to put ES. So this is also the rule that with SH, CH and O, you are going to put ES. If it is bushes, If sh comes in the end of a singular noun or thing, then you have to put es with it, not simply s. And similarly, if o comes at the end of a singular noun, so you have to put es. Okay, students, giving you example of ch, it is going to be like. Okay, students, for ch, the example is going to be like peach. The singular noun peach, peach ends with ch, so it will also become plural when you put es after ch, not only s, but you have to put es after ch. So this was the rule that whenever sh, ch, o or s comes, the example for s is going to be like bus. So bus will become bus, es, not just s. You have to put es after s. So whenever these comes, you have to put es, you have to add es in order to make the singular noun which end with these letters. You have to put or add es with it in the plurals. Like I have given you one example from each. So you should be clear about this. Well, there are more rules for the plural as well, but it's going to be complicated for you then. Till here, according to your level, these rules should be set for you. You'll learn other rules in other classes because it's not that easy. You have to just learn and remember these 3 rules because these are most commonly rules and these are most common words that are going to come in your level. So after this you can just do small kind of activity through which it will get more clear to you. I'm going to do it with you. You can do it in your copies as well before starting the question. So the activity should look like this. Okay, students, your activity should look like this. You should, on your SVT copies before the question, you have to write question number 7 activity. Then you have to write singular and plural. You have to draw a line in between. Then you have to write the singular means single, one noun, and plural mean many, more than one. It can be plural. In plural, more than one means it can be 2, 3, 4, or maybe more than that or many, but it should be countable, plural. Like plural means more than one. If it is not one, it is more than one. No matter if it is 2, 3 or whatever it is, it comes in plural. So more than one or many mean plurals. Then you have to write F, the singular F, that the letter that ends, a singular noun that ends with F become VES in the plural. You have to write these 3 general and small rules according to your level like this. So it would be more clear for you. Y would become IES, O, C, H, S, H, S. That singular words, that singular noun that ends with these letter would become ES in the plural. You have to add ES with that. And in exceptional cases, these also comes in your level. Child, you don't have to put S with it, ES, VES or IES with it. This is an exceptional case and you have to put REN. Child will become children. This is an exceptional case, so you should just memorize and remember it. And the rest of it, according to your level, would become just simply S. For example, Kate would become Kate, so you just have to put simply S. And then with apple, for example, there is apple, so you just have to put apples with it. You can just do such kind of activity to make it more clear for you. It will just become more easy for you. The activity should look like this, as I have done for you. Before doing your question, you should be doing such kind of activities. I will strongly recommend this kind of activity, which will make it more clear for you. You can also then write examples with it. For example, with F, you can write a F word, and then with other, you can write other words, like as I have given you the examples in the video earlier. Okay, so I'm going to show it to you on the screen again. Your activity should look like this. Question number 7, activity, and then these kinds of thing. You can just write the straight words as well if you want, but if you don't want, then it is also okay. You can just color it, make it more colorful. You can paste pictures with it if you want. Like if you write a word and then you can just paste pictures. Like for example, if you write apple, you can just draw one apple, and with plural you can draw a lot of apples. But it should somehow look like this. Now students, I have a small kind of activity for you, which is this one. Okay, so the activity is right here. If you can just see, I have put some of the things that are singular and some of the things that are plural. So students, if you can see on singular side, I have put just a single one thing. Like if you can just see, take a look. If you can just take a look, I have put one thing that is singular, because singular means a single or one thing. So I have number 1, that is a page. So it is a single page. If you can just see, there is just one page over here, one pencil color, and then one leaf. So this is singular, single, one. Now for this one page, I have 5 pages which are more than one and are many. Plural mean many, more than one. So page, 5 pages, one single page, and the plural of it is 5 pages. One single color pencil, and then pencil color, pencil colors, or pencil, pencils, pencil, pencils. Just put S with it. I have a single leaf. If it is a single, then it is singular. If it is more than single, more than one, it is more than one in number, then it is plural. So all of these that are more than one in number are plurals. As you can see, one page, so it is singular. Single, it is one, so it is singular. This pen, it is one, so it is singular. If I put another pen with it, now these are 2, so it become plural. So similarly, this is one page, and these 5 pages are, if it become 5, then it is more than one, so it become plurals. When it is one pencil color, when it is one pencil, it is singular, and when it becomes more than one, then it becomes plural. So pencil, pencils. When it is one leaf, then it is singular. When it becomes more than one, when it becomes 3 leaves, more than one, so it become plurals. So this was a kind of activity to just make it to you more clear. Well, this is very easy, but you have to just focus on it a bit, and you have to remember the rules, so that you should know that where you have to put VES, ES and IES, because you're not going to put just simply S with all of the plurals. Well, moving on toward the question. Your question on the SVT copies should look like this. You can just write task number 7, question number 7, and then question number 7, as you can see on the screen, is write singular of these plurals. Students, mostly it happens that singular are given to you and you have to write the plurals, but in this question the requirement is that plural are given to you and you have to write the singular of it. So you have to write plural and singular, then you have to draw a line in the middle, and then you have to write plural. Students, as you can see, these are 5 words. These are just so small and it is very easy peasy to do. So first of all, plural are like, number 1 is muscles. If you can just see, I have circlized some of the words, some of the rules that you should just look at before doing and starting up the singular of these words. So number 1 I am going to do with you. If you can just see, number 1 is muscles. So it is very simple. Just we have to put S, because you know the singular muscle spelling is MUSCLE. So in this plural we just have to put S. So the plural is already given, which is S. So I have circled it for you. So only S is in here. So in singular I just have to write MUSCLE, muscle. I have to remove S for doing it, for making it singular. So it was simple. The other one is shelves. You know the rule. I have already taught you the rules. So you should know that VES is added where? Like when the word ends with what? So you have to add VES. So for that you should just watch the video and you should just remind the rules. So shelves, you have to write the singular of it. Cartoons, you have to write the singular of it. You can do the same thing as I have done to just make it more clear for you. Cartoons, it is very easy, just S is added here, so you have to make it singular. Juices, just S is added, so you have to write a singular. Copies, as it was in the rule, IES is added, so where IES is added? When the word ends with what? So it is your job to do it, and just to rewind the video if you are not clear about it. I have just taught you and just showed you all the rules in details. Hope it is clear to you. Your question by the end of the task should look somewhat like this. After doing the answers over here, it should somewhat look like this. Okay student, that was set for this video. Hope you got it and hope you'll done it easily. If you still have any difficulty or if you're having any problem, you can just comment below. Thank you. Meet you in the next video. Stay home and stay safe.